Foreign Players in Media, where we explain the lives of foreign athletes and how they are seen in the media. Over the years, foreign players in the media have grown, and the amount of attention that they have seen from these major media outlets have grown. We continue to see these famous athletes' stories and get to know them on a much deeper level. While there are a lot of different athletes in the world, Americans especially get most of the popularity in sports, like basketball, football, and baseball. Since these are American sports, they get a lot of the attention, which has over the years put foreign athletes in the backseat compared to American players like LeBron James and Mike Trout, who have dominated their sports for the longest and are some of the most famous athletes in the world. In sports like the NBA, Americans have dominated the league since it started back in 1946. However, the last couple of years, there has been a shift to who is dominating these games. Foreign players have won the last 6 MVP awards and 7th coming this year with all top 3 candidates from a different country. This starts the question, is the rest of the world catching up to Americans? This has been a constant topic in media. With sports being so popular, 2 of the most popular foreign players have moved into the biggest organization in sports and seen a big impact in their following. Japanese MLB star Shohei Ohtani shocked the baseball world by moving to his crosstown foes in the Los Angeles Dodgers. With the Dodgers being the most popular team in baseball, this was not only a financial move, but something that was going to shift baseball for years to come. He inspired not only young kids, but a whole country who was behind him. And because of this, you see jersey sales and attendance starting to increase. His impact that he has not only on Japan, but the world will be felt for years to come.
Becoming a Dodger has done much more than create a buzz in the sports world. It's also had a big economic impact here in LA and on the other side of the world. Let me explain. In a sport like baseball, it can be difficult to see the impact of a single player. That's partly because baseball players aren't typically on the field as much as, say, LeBron James would be on the basketball court. So individual baseball players don't tend to drive up sales as much as star basketball players do, but Shohei Ohtani is definitely the exception to the rule. According to ticket resale site SeatGeek, an official MLB partner, the Dodgers' March 28th home opener against St. Louis is the most in-demand opening day game in the country. The average resale price for a ticket is $567. That's 38% higher than the next most in-demand opener, the reigning champion Texas Rangers home opener against the Chicago Cubs. Over at Ohtani's native country, Japan, there's a huge interest in Ohtani. So much so that Major League Baseball entered a multi-year partnership with the largest travel agency in Japan, JTB Corp. Now, they're offering Japanese fans travel packages to come to the U.S. to see Ohtani play. Sales of Ohtani's jersey have already set records here in the U.S. and over in Japan. Fans are paying a pretty penny to get their hands on Ohtani merchandise. Baseball caps with Ohtani's number 17 and a replica of his signature on the side. Well, they're going for $150 in that country. Ohtani Dodger jerseys are selling.
Players' impact is essential within an organization. A second move that happened this year is a Slovenian NBA player named Luka Doncic was traded. While his situation was a little different than Ohtani's, he still had an impact that the sports world has not seen ever. In early 2025, Luka was traded to the Los Angeles Lakers from the Dallas Mavericks, and this took the world by storm, shocking players, coaches, and even management throughout the NBA. The impact that Luka had on Dallas was inspirational, building a bond that will last forever in his short time there. Now, with him being in LA, similar to Ohtani, he's starting to see a rise in all his numbers, as well with him having the highest number of jerseys sold in the NBA. Luka is leading the way for foreign players and will one day be one of the faces of the NBA.
Luka Doncic hasn't just arrived in LA, he's taken it over. Just weeks after his blockbuster trade to the Lakers, Luka's 77 jersey has officially become the best-selling jersey in the entire NBA. Yes, even more than LeBron, more than Curry, more than Giannis. It's the first time in league history that a newly traded player tops jersey sales this quickly. And it's all thanks to the hype, the highlights, and the Luka magic lighting up Los Angeles. The Staples Center is packed. Fans are rocking purple and gold 77 jerseys everywhere. From courtside seats to...
Shohei Ohtani faced a situation with his interpreter Ipe Missouri back in 2024. Ohtani was caught in the middle of a scandal where his interpreter illegally transferred almost $17 million from the Los Angeles Dodgers player's bank account. While Otani had no idea this was happening, he faced a lot of criticism from the media, who tried to blame him for such actions. They talked about how he may seem stone-faced or act like he doesn't know anything just because he's not familiar with the language, or maybe even that he's from Japan. A media report says that he knows what was going on and tried to blame him for the situation. This is completely unfair to Otani and shows how the media is quick to switch up on foreign players. All because Otani is not familiar with English language, all of a sudden he is faking and being accused of transferring $17 million from his account to bet on games.
I want everybody to consider one thing, because there are things in this that you'd ask yourself, is this guy a functional person with a brain? He's with this guy 24/7 and didn't know the guy was an inveterate gambler, didn't know that the guy ran up a $4.5 million tab, didn't know the guy stole $4.5 million from him, was joking with the guy an hour before the Dodgers fired him because of the information that they had. How clueless can Otani be? And also, if you think about how this guy covers his tracks, he kept the fact that he was married a secret until they were leaving for Seoul, Korea. And now he's letting an interpreter that looks like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo steal $4.5 million and get access to his wire transfer. He's not that dumb. I'm sorry, he's not.
Luka is also faced with his fair share of adversity. With his transition to the Los Angeles Lakers, he faced a lot of praise and glory from his peers in media. However, this also came with a lot of criticism as well. The Los Angeles Lakers are one of the most successful teams in basketball and are also one of the most popular sports teams in the country. Being a Los Angeles Laker comes with hard expectations and a bar that is set really high. You oftentimes are pressured into feeling a need to succeed. While there are a lot of positives to being a Laker, there are negatives as well, especially in the media. One negative for Luka was the criticism of him being fat and out of shape. According to multiple media outlets, Luka is out of shape and teams aren't sure if he is a franchise player. One of the reasons that he was traded was because management felt like he wasn't in shape. However, this has been a talk in recent years about foreign athletes, how they are not viewed as taking the game serious and don't value the opportunities that it comes with being in the NBA. This is what Luka is facing. While people are saying he's out of shape, they also feel like he doesn't take the game serious. And being a foreign player, he faces more criticism as they may not want a person like him to be the face of the NBA.
Where the real focus needs to be on in regards to Luka is his commitment, not his skill. His skill is there. Here's his problem. He's not in great shape. He's not in great shape. Understand, Molly, I've been at games where I'm on the court and I'm standing behind LeBron James. I'm not the biggest dude in the world, but I'm 6'1", nearly 200 pounds. You can't find me. LeBron is massive. Yeah. He's 6'9", 260s. You ever see the shoulders on this brother? Yeah. He's ripped like a chiseled brick house. He's constantly in shape. LeBron doesn't get in shape. LeBron stays in shape. LeBron's in shape now. Mm-hmm. He never lets go.
Yeah, it's a life.
Luka's one of those dudes. Luka, the reason why you don't see any effort on defense is because A, what's expected of him offensively, and B, because he don't have the energy nor the passion. That's why you're not wrong in what you're saying. But it's not like he can't do something. Luka's a guy like Jason Kidd.
Foreign players will continue to see criticism in the media. Americans want their players to be the faces of leagues, and they don't want foreign players to come taking over their leagues. So that you continue to see in the media criticism of these foreign players. Americans want to see stories like the American Dream, stories like LeBron James or Michael Jordan, who are people who come from low-income cities in the United States and make a name for themselves. Those are the stories that Americans want to see. However, foreign players are starting to take over these sports, and their stories are starting to come up more in media. While their stories may be a little different from Americans, I think we can find peace in knowing that their stories are similar and that everyone goes through their same stories.